Good morning. Welcome to FYI.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
I'm Nance alongside
Yes, she
Sarah
is.
this morning.
I can very fed endorse that.
Monday,
Honestly.
the 18th of July. Monday, the 18th of July,
Already?
2022.
12 days to month 10.
12 days to month 10, you know.
Yeah.
Guys, we are going through this month pretty
Yeah.
fast, if you ask me.
Moving on.
I don't know, but we seem to be running along with the entire year. Very
Correct.
Hopefully next year is just as fast and the other year, so we can just be out of all this chaos.
We want to be. Lots happening today, lots happening this week. Some very instrumental cases are going to be heard this week. Lots happening this one. Lots happening.
Instrumental cases. The church doesn't go into that.
That wasn't the exact word I wanted, but that suffice.
That's
Seminal cases, you name it. A lot of that happening this week. In addition to that, you know what's happening? Today is a day we've set aside to remember the Linden martyrs.
Correct.
Those three young men, I think in 2012, who would have died as a result of the police opening fire on protesters in Linden using live rounds,
A reminder of the PPP administration.
Yeah, until today can soon.
A reminder.
Interesting. Those you were in Linden, in the Democratic Republic of Linden, go out there, if the events happening during the course of the day, it's a day of remembrance, I think, and service, and go out there and be part of what is happening as we reflect on the lives of those three young men. That's to tell us where we are in this country. We haven't forgotten that as yet. We have not forgotten that. We are remembering the Linden marches today.
It was just the other day,
Yeah.
It was just the other day.
Yeah, just that day.
So, good morning to you guys.
Again.
I noticed in the comment section there is all lit up. I see Leon Blair and Marlon Thomas, it's Don McDonald, Ayana Turner, I hope I said that right. Natasha Thomas, good morning to you all there in the comment section. I see Derek Smith says Antigua in the house.
Good to have
Antigua.
Antigua.
To you this morning. Empress Fatima Flavor.
Good to have
Good
Antigua.
morning to you both. And is it Florette Jacob Swart? Good morning to you.
Florette is here. How are you doing, Florette? Warren's here too. Long Island Warren. Same. Hard working Warren. Husband, family man, friend, father, uncle, brother Warren. Same Warren.
Role model Warren.
Role model Warren. Betty Warren.
Toronto in the house. It says Armin Facade is here. Toronto.
Democrat Warren.
Is he Democrat? I don't know. Edward Gonzalez is joining us from the Bronx. Edward's always here. A lot of town is here this morning. So
Hi, Lana. Hi, Lance. Hi, Lance.
I don't know why.
Hi, Lance.
Very different. Robert comments says to sing Henry. Good morning.
Welcome. Shirley Crichton is here too. Good to have all of you guys and Morgan Monroe, all of our favorite people. All the usual suspects. Good to have you guys. As soon as you come, we say share the live, smash the emoji button, with your partner with us. Wilton Blue, good to see you. How was your weekend?
It was,
How was your weekend?
I think it felt a little long. Felt a little long. We have, oh my goodness.
A lot to do. When you're working hard. Yeah. It happens.
I was praying for Sunday to be over, and then Sunday came, same thing. So it was like, the weekend felt really long.
Okay. I had a restful weekend, pretty restful. Didn't get to do as much reading as I wanted to do, but there are other weekends. God's spirit likes to be seen.
Yes. That's how we do it. That's how we do it over here. Let me know how was the weekend. That's what it says.
Yeah. Like we say God. Please God.
Please God.
Yeah.
Change that friend.
Yeah.
Or change her.
Yeah.
Change Corey.
To all Trinity brothers and sisters watching us, good morning. All of you joining us from Trinidad Island Republic. Good morning to you folks.
Good morning to everyone.
Lots happening across the country. Yeah. Lots of stuff happening. Shirley Crichton again. Rishi Prasad, good morning, Rishi. Rishi says he's watching from his bed, right? Waiting for a cup. I thought you looked like a cup, Rishi. I thought you looked like a cup.
I don't know, she's living the life.
Yeah. One of the things I like about Rishi is a supporter of Democrats, right? But he's not one of those obdurate, arrogant ones.
Okay. Right? He's one that you can bring constructive
yes.
with.
He's one that we can pull into the side.
You can pull up the
Yeah. We should all got a place at the table here. Table of brotherhood and humanity.
Warren
Rich
says
morning.
Mike sounding distant. I don't know.
Mike sounding this. I'm gonna try to rectify it. We gotta try to rectify it. Don't worry about that.
We have that fixed in a GP. And Warren, if my mic is sounding distant, I think it's Sherry's mic.
Chelsea Henry says she's waiting here since 7 o'clock.
So
Like you only the punctual
he wants a red cup and he wants a yellow one.
It's a good thing I got Johnson trousers.
Okay, Sharon.
Huh?
Richie says he has a red cup. He wants a yellow one.
Oh, happy boy. Let's try to rectify the mic. Yeah. We can deal with that. We can take that.
I see Kevin Nicholas is joining us also this morning, and it's Sandrine there. Good morning to you, Sandrine. How are you doing over there? Fenton.
Trust Sandrine as well.
Yes. Fenton, Hassan, hey Fenton, what's going on at your end? Let me know. Guys, let us know how you're hearing us there in the. Let us know how you're hearing us. Let us know in the comment section. I want to make sure that the audio is coming through really, really clear. Let me know how my voice is coming through. Just give me feedback. Very, very okay. I see that someone says it's echoing a little bit. We're working on that. Not sure why, but I'm working on it right now.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, as we get that little technicality fixed out, start out, do your part, share. Very, very important that you share the stream at this moment. We're gonna get the technical glitch ironed out really quickly. It's always a technical glitch. My goodness, once you deal with technology, listen.
The folks warned us. They said every day you come to do a live, it's especially like this in social media, it's always different. It's never the same.
Correct. Every time you get on something, it's a unique, a very unique instrument, right? But guys, it is a wonderful Monday morning. I know it's raining some parts, very sunny on other parts of the country. Let us know how's the weather at your end, and share the stream.
Yeah.
Having so much.
Guys, let us know if we're any better. God knows we want to be better. Let us know if that's any better.
Let me know in the comment section, guys, what is going on with that. Let me know in the comment section.
We want trouble. Let us know if it's any better. The guys are helping us with the levels, and I'm just double checking to make sure.
I haven't done double
right?
checking right about now what is going on.
So let us know. Go right ahead.
All right, I'm checking the comments. And checking to see how you guys okay. I am seeing okay. Guys, I'm waiting for the
Let us know if you guys are hearing us any better.
Okay, so I'm hearing loud and clear now. Sounds pretty good to me. Much better, said Kevin Nicholas.
Maybe it's y'all. Maybe it's me y'all. Y'all fix y'all thing, man.
I think yes, the mic is a bit distant.
Chad's voice is fine. Today your song's in a vacuum. I think it's y'all old age, you know. Much better. I think so.
Okay, so Florence says it's better.
Florence is you?
Kind of foggy. Better now.
Kind of foggy.
We're getting some mixed comments coming through right now as to how the mic is picking up. Let me know. A little better is not good. Someone says loud and clear.
Yeah, well, it can be us and you're getting loud and clear in some instance and foggy. Y'all check, yeah.
I think you guys need to check your system.
Yeah, make sure you're listening on proper devices, eh?
Adjust your audio at your end. Let me know. Make sure it's good.
Right. Make sure you all test things at your end and everything is on the up and up. Things look pretty good here.
So they say that you're sounding good, but I'm sounding distant.
You're sounding distant.
Yes.
Make sure. Well, we're reading your levels at the back here, so your mic is on. It's looking well here.
Okay. We're working on that, guys. We're working on that. But Allison Pearson says both are loud and clear.
It's y'all, it's them with it.
All right, I think we have to continue. As is right now.
Yep. Send it to the morning papers, and we're gonna rectify. We're gonna try as much well. Yes. Some people clearly hearing us very clear, which means it's not
clear. Okay, I think everyone says it's good.
It's clear.
Clear, it's good.
Y'all get issues here, though.
Good. So
Y'all get issues.
I think we're good.
All right. What's up? Let's head along, folks. Let's head along. Nothing more to see here.
Nothing else. Okay.
Good to have you guys here. right? Trouble in the dance. Go ahead, Gina.
Jordan speaking soft. I don't know.
Speak right there.
Probably I'm speaking a little softer this morning. Nevertheless, guys, we're gonna continue as we adjust on the back when it comes to the song. We're gonna continue the program this morning. We have so much for us to be discussing, so we have to go through with conversation. Make sure that you share, make sure that you do your part. Like I said, come on guys, it's absolutely important. I'm still seeing the comments coming in. Says Candy and Gerard, I am not hearing you properly. Warren, I'm not sure what is going on at that end. Okay, Flora says it's loud and clear. I'm not sure who is not hearing me, who is.
Really go right there.
Okay, so my mic seems to be one having an issue. We're trying to sort that out. I'm trying to raise my voice so you can hear me a little more louder at your end. I hope that this is a little better. Let me know where you're joining from. Let me know what's going on. Okay, Cheryl is fine. I think Cheryl sabotaged me this morning because for the last 2 times we had any mic issue, it was just his mic, right? So this morning he seemed to have done some sabotage, and I'm not sure why. Okay, I'm not sure why. All right, so what is going on at your end? We have a lot to discuss, guys. Let me just start off by saying over the weekend there's always so much. We always ask persons to be extremely careful on the roadways. Last evening there was an accident. Yesterday there was an accident. This morning, even making our way to the studio, we saw another accident ourselves, minor, but very responsible driving. Someone literally driving up a one way and hit somebody and carry on.
It's crazy out there, guys. It's really crazy out there.
As though they're in the right, what the hell's going on? You hit somebody and you just carry on like that. Absolute chaos, nonsense on the road. And we ask first, and we continue to ask people to make sure that you do your part. Not going on the weekend. I saw, a video going around of someone dressed in police uniform, looking like they're stealing a candy bar, or so it was reported. Stealing of candy. Guys, we've been talking about how difficult things are in the economy right now. We know things are tough and so, but when you see a police officer, decked out in uniform, actually stealing a bar of chocolate there, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. Oh,
Say what?
But that's what's going on in the country right now. The accidents,
wow,
like I said, out of control.
It's pretty interesting.
The economy is in such a bad state that we have
pretty interesting.
Law enforcement officers, that the person that you're supposed to call if someone stole from you is actually committed a crime, not even going in there stealing money, but actually stealing food. So very sad state of the economy. I want to hear what will be coming out of that particular matter. All right, I see I'm just saying in from Philadelphia, and I'm seeing loud and clear now. So I'm hoping that everybody there, the comment section needs to be released right
they
now.
They need to buy some proper devices to listen to us. That's the problem. That's the problem.
As Duncan says, your device, you're not taking any responsibility.
Proper devices to listen to us.
I'm not sure what's going on. We gotta check and see some spyware has been activated.
Yeah.
On our system.
What is the Israeli one? There's one from Israel that says very powerful, this spyware.
There's Israeli spyware.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
It's called Pegasus.
I have to listen. When it comes to these things, I'm gonna be checking in with Warren for the year and one and only.
Yeah.
When it comes to these.
He's that guy. Pegasus is the Israeli one.
Yes.
Right? That's it. With that one, usually you gotta click a link for them to implant whatever spyware. That one you can pick up your phone and you have it. If they call you, and you pick up your phone, you already have it.
Now you understand why I don't have numbers that I don't know.
Yeah.
But I have been seeing a lot, and I just want a little segue from our normal programming, but I have been seeing a lot, like excessive amounts of messaging in my inbox that says, you were in this video, is this you in this video? And so like excessive amounts. First it was like I would say a controllable number, but now it's just excessive amount.
Well, we want to get DM back, so.
No, actually that's not what it is, to be honest. Is like, why I mention it here, because what that says to me is that a lot of my contacts are actually clicking on these things, because once you click on it, it would automatically share to your other contacts as
Wow.
well. So a lot of my contacts seems to be falling prey to those little schemes, and you can be easily hacked like that. So I just give that caution out to persons that you just don't click on these things. It's not your, you just delete right away.
Yeah.
Don't click on it ever. I don't even open a message that have something like that, and I just highlight it and delete without even opening. So be very careful with those things, spywares.
Yeah. The boys are active.
So you gotta see if they're
The boys are active. We can't discount it. The boys are active. We gotta be careful. But you know, some of y'all got it's been good books say itchy ears and so on. You gotta click, you gotta see, you gotta see how they catch plenty.
What is itchy ears?
You like hair, you like, your ears are always ready to go. People did, and people miss this.
I don't even know where we're
Itchy.
gonna stop.
Pretty young, she young in this business. She coming to come. Folks share the life.
Why I ask is because I know a lot of pastors I would hear from time to time tell their congregation not to have itchy ears.
Your ears are always ready to hear people's story. That itchy ears.
But I think they're lazy to give explanations.
Or they're gonna go to church more often to receive that.
I think they're lazy to give explanations.
You go to the church more
You
often.
don't tell people not to have itchy ears like those pastors, specifically like those pastors. You have to be ready to give explanations when questions come.
Ready. All right, let's get you folks. Read the morning papers for the week today.
Well, morning
JD
paper.
Boy one. And JD Boy is a big up old Kaituma. A lot of Jack is joining us.
Lovely GT
Yeah.
boy.
Kaituma in the house.
In the house.
Yeah, we love it. We love it, guys. We love
Pamela Johnson said, where do we see Man's on the program? Oh, you just have to be back here tomorrow. So that means doing
it.
great.
Yeah. Who knows what will happen tomorrow? Good morning, Gloria. Gloria joining us from Diamond. Gloria says, good morning, FYI family. We can take good morning to Gloria.
So
and Harvey.
Desmond, thank you, Desmond. There also Desmond Harris says, good morning, Mr. Director. I am hearing you loud and clear there, from Metamizer.
People got to buy better things here.
You see, Desmond have property.
You got a little mango
just
pencil,
sit here
and
and
you want to hear like it's a Sony or iPhone. Yeah. You got a little no brand. You want surround sound. What story is this here now? Barley Larva. Barley, good morning. Good morning, Beatrice, Elby, as well. Beatrice, I'm here. Good to have all you folks. We know you all probably enjoyed it. By now, you don't have the back, didn't the toast finished? The ham's done, and we can supply the rice.
Aubrey Lennox, I know that comment there asking if I can talk about the interest rate every day. And most definitely when it comes to the economic concept, everyone is very, very interested in how those things are going. And we will be touching on it.
We will.
We continue to touch on it all the time. We always say, I want to say also when it comes to rates like inflation rates too, let us know what's going on with your end so we can be very, very fair with the price fluctuations throughout the country when it comes to specific commodities. Let us know how what you pay price about sugar and things like that on shelves wherever you are, whatever region you're in. Very pertinent information.
Lincoln says the mic is too far away from you, but all the people hearing perfectly well.
Is this better?
All the folks hearing perfectly well. So I don't know. Great.
All right. So
Lincoln, you might want to move closer to your source of audio.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, go to your source of audio. Yeah, right here.
Good. All right, so let's go to the morning papers. Let's head straight into that as it is right about now. It says a look at Khloe Kardashian's birthday trip to Turks and Caicos. The Kardashians are
in the Caribbean.
Yes.
In the Caribbean having fun.
Yes.
I haven't been. I've never been to Turks and
It makes
Caicos.
some really money to have fun like this.
Yeah. Off.
And what's interesting is how it started to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I recommend
I
it.
did a link video. Yeah. God really got it. It's like money got back. That's not. Money got back. A little video here and there.
As my sisters had this a joke they says, one of the sisters got to pick one for the team.
I'll take one for the team. Keeping up with the finance. Go big. Go big in the region.
Yeah.
But that's happening in the Kardashian or in the region and Turks and Caicos. And Turks and Caicos is rated as one of the best places to get married, to vacation, that kind of stuff. Right?
Yeah,
You can tell us. You can tell us. Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. Yeah.
Yeah. But we
Morning to all the folks who may be joining us from Turks and Caicos. Do let us know, is it so? Is it so? Right?
I see Brian Steele, Brian Steele, bright, bad, fix it, equalizer, so, right?
Yeah, so there says something, this is on both devices. I don't know what else to do. We got to throw the whole thing.
Yes.
Show the whole thing because we think we solving the problem. Clearly, we solving the problems.
We have to continue. We
Right.
have to continue.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what is going on, but we have to continue. America's R&B singer Monica and her family visits Grenada. What's going on? Everybody, I think it's a
Yeah.
season when it comes to persons traveling and having vacation. So we're going to see a lot of those stars actually coming through. But I haven't seen any come to Guyana as yet. I'm not sure if they've been reading the reports, especially on corruption and so forth.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell them, Guyana has a lot of beautiful places and so forth,
Yeah.
Corruption aside, the country is beautiful.
Corruption aside. Just go right ahead. I'm going to take another stab at this and see if we can get it. Right? And see if we can get it right. So you are to
Yes, I'm going to continue, but like I'm saying, we want to encourage persons, especially people overseas and so forth. For the holiday, we want to continue to come home, encourage persons to come and see what is going on in your beautiful country. And I always say there's some parts of Guyana that I recommend for anyone at any point, at any time of year, when it comes to Region Islands, savannas and all of that, absolutely beautiful. The serenity there, absolutely amazing and all that. So I have to make a pitch, Like I said, corruption aside in our country right now, Guyana has beautiful landscape, and I encourage persons to make sure that you recommend people to come and visit and see what's going on. It may be pretty expensive. I know it's very, very expensive when it comes to internal travels. A person just to travel from the city in the coastlines to get into some of these areas, very expensive. It may be cheaper for you to take a vacation to a Caribbean island, which is not good. It's not helpful when it comes to internal tourism and all of that. So we definitely need to look into fixing that because those prices are out of control when it comes to internal travel. So we definitely need to have some adjustments there in order to encourage persons to see what is in Guyana and see what Guyana entails altogether. I love the landscape. I love all that is to offer.
Yeah.
Region 1 right through to Region 10, absolutely amazing. Each area has some uniqueness to it that you must explore as Guyanese. So when I read about all of these international, especially when it comes to the celebrities coming to the Caribbean islands and so forth, you want to see that shift in which they would decide that Guyana seems something that they would like to somewhere that they would like to visit and all of that. We want to
I see some people playing bingo and so on. I see some people playing bingo and so. Yeah.
All right. I don't know what is I don't know what it was, but I think kudos to its Duncan. It seems to have fixed whatever the issue was. It wasn't their device. Apologies.
It was a device.
It wasn't their device.
Yeah.
Right?
We just keep tweaking. tweaking.
Yes, good.
We know a couple of things. Right ahead.
Okay, good. So like I was saying, Sharad, we're encouraging persons to join. We're encouraging persons to come to Guyana.
See, Jacqueline, I got to see all our troublemakers.
We are very much so.
See, all our troublemakers. Yeah.
Awesome. So we can go ahead with this.
Mike Tree, go ahead.
With heavy discussion now. Goodness, I was just buying some time whilst we get those things started.
How much you pay? Go ahead.
I'm gonna let Sharad go through this particular story with David Ruder. Has received an order of CARICOM award.
And we're pretty late on this because this was early in the month. But still, we wanted to recognize David Ruder because you guys those of you who know, that David Ruder is one of the foremost lyricist singers in the Caribbean. Writes a lot of music for other people, including himself. And out of Trinidad, has a real vast repertoire of music. Out of Trinidad, has been Soca Monarch a couple of times as well, Road March King a couple of times as well. One of the giants in terms of music and music writing in the Caribbean. George me like, ooh. Look. But David Ruder, folks, who know David Ruder, but he recently got the order of CARICOM.
Okay.
A lot of people still waiting on the order of democracy, but
Cher's talking, I'm thinking my own thing. I swear to God, Cher's talking about David Ruder.
With the hammer gun, tell me.
And the only thing I'm thinking about is that little dance there. I'm going to see it in the meme somewhere.
Yeah. That's
I swear that's what I'm thinking of. And that's all that came into my mind. It's just, it is what it is, guys. It is what
Tell
it
me
is.
we gone.
You know, Usain Bolt, Dr. Usain
Yeah,
Bolt,
twice.
right about now, awarded another
Twice over.
honorary
Yeah,
doctorate,
correct.
Sports pays, it pays,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Young people out there, sports pays, we got to do. I've been saying it consistently. I believe in investing 100% when it comes to young people in sports. It's absolutely necessary that we have that push. And we have, everybody have to play that part.
Yeah.
Everyone, families, school, the education system needs to be, I'm not sure, Cheryl has a smirk on his face right now. The education system needs to be designed in such a way to encourage persons to
bring out the best in our students.
To have that incentive there, because when it comes to sports scholarship and things like that, that's something like it's foreign to the ears of Chinese students, and that's something that we need to fix. We can't just
don't get enough.
Like that.
They got quite a few students on sports scholarship.
Very few,
but
very
we don't
few.
get enough.
I don't know. It's very few, because at the level of the school, and this is where it should go to. At the level of the school, you need to have children wanting to be in different sports, and schools competing against each other. And it must be at some level up that it brings that recognition that it brings that. I can't focus.
Don't show any comments.
What is going on?
Mama says a song going. I could take a try. David Rudder, folks. She's still hearing this out.
Thank you, Warren Morrison. Mics are great. The mics are great now, guys.
Good. We have it with that.
Yes, but sports, the whole fact that this is the second honorary doctorate bestowed upon Usain Bolt.
The first was from UWI, and this one is from I think Brummel University in London.
Correct.
A second honorary doctorate. The first one was a doctor of letters, a doctor of laws. Honorary doctorate of laws degree. And then this one is following. You get some people a little thing like that is problems in this country, You got a from London, you get a little thing from some university nobody never hear about. You can imagine getting 2 honorary doctorates. Oh, sweet Jesus! You gotta call them doctor twice, Doctor Jack New, Doctor. That's why you gotta do it. Right? Be different. But this young man is pretty humble. Yeah. I have never seen Dr. Philip his name any place. Usain Bolt, that's enough. That's the brand. Dr. Mekki the brand. Usain Bolt, that's the brand.
Good.
Congrats to him.
Congrats to him. I think.
So a lot of Caribbean people shining. You got David Rudder there with the CARICOM order, the order of CARICOM, and then Usain Bolt. Now I think there was a third person who was shining in the Caribbean region there.
With doctorate, I'm not sure.
Well, not a doctorate, but it's somewhere in the notation. You just look there.
But I have to say, with all of that, I have to say that Guyanese. I have to throw in that Guyanese have been excelling tremendously, especially when it comes to academics. Guyana has been a lead in academics in the Caribbean, so
give me that.
We're pretty proud of that.
All right, give me that.
We have been getting those doctorates.
Yeah.
Amlata Prasad, shining example of how hard,
young and bright.
Yep.
Right? Yeah, so there's that.
So into the morning brew.
We didn't talk about did we talk about Monica? R&B singer Monica also visiting the Caribbean.
I did not talk about
she was spotted in Grenada. Where is Spice Man? Monica the singer. I haven't heard much about her recently in terms of music, but still a fantastic singer, fantastic talent. And she and her family were spotted.
This is when you show your age. Yes, continue.
Yeah, spotted there in Grenada. So Monica, David Rudder, But if I say I was with the fella named locally, he and his father be singing. You know him.
Who is that?
See that shit? Moving on, folks.
I know who you're talking about.
I'm not
know the name.
Right there.
He and his father.
Right there.
I don't know if you call it singing, but okay. Internationally, internationally, this is one that I listen to a lot of guys. What has been happening out there? We've been from COVID to monkeypox and all of those and all of those things.
Francine, all right today? Morning, Francine.
Yes, good morning to you, Francine.
Francine. Go ahead, Judah.
Okay, so Ghana confirms the first outbreak of the highly infectious Marburg virus. I'm not sure if that's the way
that's one of the big things happening.
Virus.
and this is something that we definitely need to look at. It says Ghana has officially confirmed 2 cases of Marburg virus, a highly infectious disease similar to Ebola.
Yeah, and Ebola is deadly.
Ebola is crazy, because you guys, you would remember all of the talk in mainstream media when it comes to Ebola, and now there's this other virus. I don't know what's going on, but we definitely need to be following these things.
Correct is right. What else we got?
All right. So as we move forward,
stop the clock now.
Right? As we move forward,
pause time, please.
We have to mention, because this has been, I'm seeing this popping up on every major news site. Every major news site, BBC,
that's what I mean by it's popping.
Everything is reported the fact that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are married.
Wow.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, they're married. How does this happen?
How do you feel about that, folks? Back together again.
I don't know what's going on.
Back together. They had an early start.
It says the happy news comes just 3 months after Lopez and Affleck got engaged for the second time. The pair first dated in early 2000. Earning the couple's name Benifer and got engaged in 2003. However, the two performers who met on the set of the movie Gilly split in 2004, cited excessive media attention. They couldn't handle it anymore, so they went their separate ways. It says in early 2001, rumors started that Benifer was back together again shortly after Lopez announced she and her former fiance, and that is Alex Rodriguez, had ended their 5-year relationship. Affleck and Lopez went insta-official a few months later in July 2021.
Wow. Somebody said this morning, this story was very inspirational.
Right? Guys, listen to me. If you're out there, you think it's all lost. If you think all is lost for you, just have
7 years. She just have a relationship, but not just a relationship with a fella. 5 years.
Yes.
Right? And then they're back together.
He was nice. I had liked that fella. The other guy is Alex, he was.
But clearly Ben doesn't think so.
He was.
And as I say, nothing happens to get over the next. This one like the next.
Yeah, but some bed there.
Congrats to them. Congrats to them.
But closer to home right now, as we move forward on the regional front, we're done with them. Just like the regional front. Election bell rung. Sid Kitts and Nevis returning to the polls on August 5th.
Well, they had some trouble there, right? And the Prime Minister, Dr. Timothy, what's his name again? Help me out. Dr. Timothy had some challenges. Right, he had some challenges. The folks said he was a dictator because he wasn't calling an election date. And now Dr. Timothy Harris, thanks very much, Dr. Timothy Harris, they had some challenges there. Folks thought, he was stepping a little side to dictate. He had some trouble with government and so on. Some of his ministers had resigned and all of that. They were planning a no confidence motion against him. He sacked some of them, and he went on a little tangent. Perhaps still there a little bit. But we're happy that a date has been set. August 5th. That's my birthday for my eldest son, August 5th. The 4th is Barack Obama's birthday too. Yep. So elections in the air in Kitts and Nevis. We're gonna keep you guys posted on how that is going. My prediction is that Harris might be leaving office, but let's wait and see.
Shell has made his prediction. Market.
Harris
see what
may
is
be
going on there.
Yeah.
But as we continue, what's going on in the region? Barbados records first case of monkeypox virus.
Hold on, Andrea. Look, Charlene, coming there.
Charlene.
I don't know if you can read it for me. Right to the top.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Oh no, you missed that. Shirley says, Jennifer Sleep look like the whole of Hollywood.
Oh, I missed this.
Shirley, different. We cannot confirm that tonight. Shirley. But that being said, that is your view. Good for you. I want to be your friend. I want to be your friend, Shirley.
Carl is saying they're messing with you guys this morning. Can't see any comments. I'm not sure what's going on at your end, Carl, but we're seeing the comments over here, and we're seeing yours and everyone else. So probably something at your end. Anna Gordon, we're gonna be there. Don't worry. Hold up, Anna. Barbados, like I just said, records the first case of monkeypox virus.
And we gotta watch that here. I don't hear us talking a lot about this here at all. Although Frank and them don't give us no briefing or nothing. So I'm very, 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 very concerned Yeah, because we're not getting any briefing on this, and this seems to be coming closer and closer because it's Jamaica, Bahamas, and now Barbados, right? So we really got to watch this. We really got to watch this.
Okay. Yep.
Really got to watch it.
And guys, I've been telling you repeated times what you're looking for when it comes to the symptoms and so forth. Make sure that you take it very serious. These are not things that you want spreading. I do know that they say it's not as serious as smallpox and stuff like that, but I think we definitely, no one wants to be experiencing the symptoms of monkeypox. There's a lot of parts, especially those rashes. It looks very horrible, looks painful, and it's not something I wish on anyone. So be very careful. And there's a lot of travel, and I think when these things are happening, we definitely need to be very cautious as to your borders and access in and out and so forth. There's absolutely no one. I haven't heard anything about anyone checking anyone that is showing any symptoms or so forth, especially persons coming here if they might have a suspicious rash or something like that. I haven't heard anything from the Ministry of Health come out as yet.
In addition to that, I love a good hug, but this one here, that's how it's spread, skin to skin contact. And they say there's a high prevalence also in the LGBTQ community.
I did see a lot of reporting on that. I am yet to confirm those sources, but I did see a lot of reporting that says it is more contagious. So I don't know how the science behind that. So I cannot give any
and again,
comments on
the Ministry of Health here has been almost mum. I haven't heard anything really, truly. Mum, not almost. On this, and
Frank is probably going to brief after the fact. He's usually briefed after the fact, so we're getting briefed after.
Waiting for Paho's report and to brief him and so on. But good to have Carl Fordyce, who's just joined us back. Magna Barrow's here as well. I see Nalisi Ben telling us that it's International Nelson Mandela Day. Thanks for that. Rita Cummins is here, and Vashti. Thanks for your kind thoughts, Vashti. Thanks for that. And in other news, I think we're still in the region. No, we're coming closer to home. We got some issues. We have some problems with the Public Accounts Committee. And Rita, you're a member of that, a valued member of that Public Accounts
Well,
Committee.
we're going to be...
Tell us what's happening today.
Every Monday morning, we have this, the Public Accounts Committee reaches and to scrutinize government spending altogether. Taxpayers' dollars are being spent and it has to be done in a transparent manner. And the committee meets and goes through to make sure no corrupt practices actually occurred and so forth. So always a lot, and you always encourage persons to view the live stream when it comes through. And I want to mention this, Sharon.
Tell us about this objection here.
This is the first, but I just want to mention this is the first time that the Public Accounts Committee ever since the beginning for sit-ins actually is having live stream.
Good.
First, the media used to go in there. The media bring out whatever aspect they want to bring out. Because media in Guyana, you could just close your eyes and listen, and where the story is coming from. Guys, listen to it. Today, in particular, there's an objection being given there. Mr. Figueroa rejects the Teixeira's objections to 2 audit reports being examined together. And I want to say that we've been through this conversation before. It's not new. They were objecting prior, but they did agree. I have to say that for the 2017 and the 2018 report to be done together. It was hard for them to not agree, because when none other than Irfan Ali was the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, the reports were done together. The years were done together. So there's precedent when it comes to that, And you don't want, guys, we've been talking about this, and I want to remind you that as it is right now, we're in 2022. We had just completed examining 2017 and 2018 reports, just completed. So now we're going to 2019, 2020. But you know what's going on, guys. PP took office in 2020, right? Their first budget that they utilized, this first set of taxpayers' dollars that was spent from 2020. So they don't want us to examine 2020 reports as yet.
Oh,
that is what is going on. Now, I want to say that Mr. Shearer sent a correspondence, copied sent it to all of us, members of the Public Accounts Committee, sent it basically highlighting the reasons why she doesn't believe that it should be done together. And I think it's very, it insults the intelligence of anybody to say that, oh, well, we shouldn't put these years together because
Shouldn't scrutinize the
I know,
spending of
good.
2020, 2019,
And
2020.
2019 and 2020, 2019, 2020 together because there was a no confidence motion and so the 2019 and 2020 years would need more scrutiny.
Yeah.
Right? You try to make academic sense out of that, and all you want, you can't. You can't make any academic sense out of it because there is no academic sense to be made out of it. And I want to explain this to folks, the members of the Public Accounts Committee, there's no member especially the members on the government side, that is denied asking a question. They are given the full scope and length of scrutiny as they so desire. When they are tired and of asking the same thing over and over, sometimes they give up and they move on to something else. There is nobody that can stop them from doing that. At one point in time, there was a classic case of Mr. Egil not being in the room whilst that ministry, that agency rather, was being examined. And when he came back, he wanted to ask the same questions that were answered.
Wow.
And he was allowed that. And he was allowed to ask.
We see also with the new arrangement that they push down the throats of the National Assembly, the members there, concerning the fact that the committee, the PAC, cannot meet unless government is represented there. I see they've been missing quite a few meetings.
Well, that's another thing. That's another thing. And people need to be very observant as to what is going on with them. They know for a fact what has been going on since day one when they took office. We've been highlighting it. We've been consistently highlighting it. But now when it comes to the Public Accounts Committee, when the Auditor General would have put together a report to say this is what unfolded and so forth, they want to run from that report, right? And they want to give you an excuse that, more scrutiny is needed. But I am telling you right now, and I'm going to make my case, I'm going to present, I'm not even going to give all of what I intend to say there. But what I can tell you is that there is no logical explanation. There is no academic principle that guides anything of what was said in that correspondence.
So you guys are scrutinizing the Auditor General's report on the period. And here's Gilles Share saying that we shouldn't scrutinize the Auditor General's report
together, the two of them together,
because it needs more in-depth scrutiny. But I would figure as you go through it, I guess.
However,
is it good? However, is this whether a system page by page or however you look at it, that you ask particular questions, and if another particular aspect of it needs more scrutiny, then you slow down to deal with that.
And let me tell you the big difference the only difference about doing it separately and doing it together is that the agencies that come before the Public Accounts Committee, they will just have to come at one sitting, regardless of if they took 2 hours to do or 3 hours to do 1 year and they're taking 6 hours to do 2 years. It's one time they're coming out, and it's a big benefit even for those technical officers from those agencies, right? So because they come one day, they put aside this day, and they said today is a PAC day, so they don't have to be they're not going to come for this year and then come back. But guys, we need to be up to date, and that is the fact.
But again, if you
we
don't
are
want
way
scrutiny,
behind.
And Marilyn Thomas, I think, has some of the answer there. If you don't want scrutiny, if you don't want your spending to be scrutinized, as it should in a democratic country, if you believe in accountability, as they claim they do, if you believe in transparency, as you claim you do, and good governance, then you will want your spending to be scrutinized. So it behooves us. What could be the motive? As you rightfully said, none of the reasons that have been proffered make sense.
It doesn't make sense, and nobody could come and tell you and make you believe.
No confidence bullshit
happens,
so you can't scrutinize this.
Yeah. How is that? How is it? How does it? No. How does it change the way in which you scrutinize?
Yeah.
How does it change?
Yeah.
It doesn't, and that's the fact.
Well, we got some other things happening as well, and this one lines up with some other stuff we have been telling you. We've learned over the weekend that Anne Green has been removed from the Child Protection Agency, right? The CPA, Anne Green, who's been there a long time, I've been a public servant a long time, has been removed. And this lines up in the sense that we've always said, and we've been saying here consistently, that this government do not like professionals at the helm of these agencies. They like hacks and lackeys and that kind of thing. But professional people, not so much. We saw this not only with the CPA, we saw this also with the EITI, where Dr. Rudy Jadapat, the Extractive Industries Oversight Body, the EITI, the Ghana chapter, where Dr. Rudy Jadapat was summarily removed to make way for Prem Wazir, a known PPP propagandist. Also an agency like the Environment Protection Agency. That person has also been removed. Dr. Vincent Adams, every person you can talk to could tell you Dr. Adams was competent, worked with the US government for years, tremendously bright fellow, understands the petroleum industry, is an expert in oil and gas. They removed him. For who? They don't like the technical experts, and we've seen that consistently. There's only a couple we mentioned. And now Anne Green is gone from the Child Protection Agency. And this is an area where we really need a lot of work and a lot of help, because we've seen too many children in this country being abused, neglected, you name it, too many children. Right? I saw somebody said the other day, I saw a newspaper headline that says, we don't have a child labor problem here. You walk down the streets and people, you see children selling all hours of the day, because of the socio-economic circumstance they find themselves in. We don't have a child labor problem. You think so? You go to some vulcanizing shops on the East Coast and elsewhere, you see some young children, basically.
And you have to look at it in terms of the ratio to your population, and to actually see what percentage it entails and what it covers. And people often try to just look at things at surface and make overarching statements, cover all statements, without presenting a bit of data.
Correct.
And I have an issue with that. I have a big issue with that.
I don't know. We don't know Anne Green. We don't know her politics, but Anne Green is gone from the the Child Protection Agency. That's just one of the things. And then, they're coming around some of us too, because in Parliament, on Thursday, the sitting of the National Assembly, interestingly, it's my first sitting after my suspension. But like it'd be my first before my other suspension, because myself and a number of colleagues have been recommended to be suspended. You all remember last December when that infamous Natural Resource Fund bill was being passed? It's now an act. Right? And we pointed out a number of inconsistencies, a number of shortcomings of the legislation, saying to them, give it a little more time. Right? But they didn't want to hear. And so, parliamentarians took a certain stance in defense of democracy, in defense of the people of this country. Right? And coming from a people, the hypocrisy of it, the PPP has behaved 100 times worse in National Assembly. But you see, they don't like the kind of pushback that they got there. Right? And this is part of what we've called, breaking down the guardrails, right? You're trying to take away the voice of the MPs by suspending them. 8 MPs are up for suspension. And that motion comes up on Thursday. Folks, and if we articulate here how they've gone about doing it, there was no hearings held. But this committee of privileges met. People are said to have made statements, members of the public and
no
civil society, but there's no statement evident. Right? So this is just another incursion into what's supposed to be our democratic experience as a country, once more. Right? But they got things in store for them, boys. They got things in store for them, boys.
So one of the things that I want to mention about that is to give persons a reminder of what that time entailed. And you would know that we have been speaking from then to now about what is going on, especially when it comes to the Natural Resource Fund and what is going on there. The newspaper headlines right now, they're taken up with all the headlines saying that the second amount of money, the second 200 million US is being withdrawn from the fund. But nobody knows where the first set went and all of that. Those are some of the issues that we had with that particular bill that was being presented to the National Assembly. The fact that the opposition basically was not consulted with how to move forward with that particular bill and all of that. Very, very pertinent information that you guys, the country is left to suffer because of the way in which they removed the scrutiny altogether, the oversight, the transparency. Now we always said they went in there, they looked at the way in which it was prior. And the only thing they saw necessary to remove is the accountability aspect, the oversight aspect of it, the transparency aspect.
Correct.
That is what they did. And we went and we vigorously defended our position on that because we were representing the people of this country. We tried desperately to make sure that you, the people, would not be in the position that you are in today. And so this particular matter, as it comes up again on Thursday, it's a reminder of how hard people fought to actually not have Guyanese where they are today, with the lack of accountability, lack of transparency. We have a natural resource fund board. What have they been saying? Have they ever made one statement to the public? Did they ever say what is going on? The second set of money withdrawn. What is their role? Right? What is their role altogether? These are the things, and this is what it brings back in. So there's no amount. The PPP could go to the National Assembly and say that every last one of the opposition MPs should be suspended. They could go to the National Assembly and say we suspend every last one of the opposition. It will not change the fact that, and I have to add in at this point that particular matter, I think that is even a matter for the court as well. That matters before the court, whether or not the bill was passed in a correct manner. So much for us to talk about on that particular matter. But this is a reminder as to who these people are. This is who they are. This is how they operate. Never get it twisted. Never get it twisted. They don't give a damn about representation, especially when it comes to the National Assembly. And I have to say, you go and they go with this recommendation for four citizens, and in any normal country, any functioning democracy, you would automatically know how many sit-ins is 4 sit-ins when that's going to be done. For the current administration, the PP administration, 4 sit-ins could be a year.
Yeah, because the Parliament doesn't meet regularly.
Exactly.
Parliament doesn't meet regularly at all. That's one of the challenges we have. Parliament doesn't meet.
And there was
it's meeting Thursday, Rita, after what, 60, 90 days?
Something around that. And the only reason they're meeting is because we're about to go into recess and they need money.
They need money.
Right?
They need money, so they're coming.
It's crazy. We had, even at the level of Parliament, there was a function there, the CPA, the Commonwealth Parliamentary Association, and when there were various parliamentarians speaking right there at the conference center, and they were talking about the fact, we asked the question, how do you do sit-ins and all of that? And the folks, especially in the UK, that's a system that we follow here in Guyana. Even in the UK, the parliamentarians said before the year begins, they already have a schedule of the dates that they're going to be sitting for the next year.
Correct.
Right? And something that they consult with, they're not going to put a sitting on this date because that's when school is going to be reopening. And mothers who are parliamentarians may be busy at this time. And so very consultative process, because that's the way in which a true democracy functions. But now we have the PPP administration recommending that the MPs are going to be must be suspended when themselves were behaving crazy in the National Assembly, and no one on their side is actually going to be suspended.
But it's not only that day. You have Kwame McCoy, who assaulted Tabitha Strabo.
Where was his suspension?
Where's his suspension? Darmlal, on the dildo issue, where's his suspension? We have had no confidence motions in abeyance about a year now. The Speaker has refused to put it on the order paper. No confidence motion against the Speaker, against the Minister of Health, against the Minister of Home Affairs. All of those have been in abeyance for over a year now because they have refused to put it on the order paper of the National Assembly. You had 2 parliamentary secretaries who sat in the National Assembly illegally, still being paid. You have Onage Waldron, who put her hand on the Bible and lied to this nation that she was not a dual citizen. The Chief Justice, Roxanne George Wiltshire, told us she was on the day she put her hand on that Bible and lied. She was a dual citizen. And they sit in the National Assembly comfortable. But those who stood in defense of democracy, before that heinous bill could be passed, we are being suspended from the National Assembly. It's interesting because even though it is passed, what is the Natural Resource Fund Board doing?
That's my point. My point.
It is all the authority for the board, and so on has been gutted. Irfan calls all the shots for that fund, and also Mr. Jagdeep calls all of the shots for it. Right? Why do we need a board? And that is what we were warning, guys. If the thing goes through the current form, money is being spent, the board are reporting to us, The Minister of Finance telling us, right, that these monies are going to be spent on projects of national interest. You don't know particularly what is being spent on because they don't want the oversight. That's what's happening.
Natalia Odwin says it's best, Rumshop politics dress up as a parliamentary democracy.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Rumshop politics. That's what is happening. And you see, if you don't jolt them in a certain way, right, they think the status quo remains and everybody's in agreement with the nonsense that they're doing. Those are some of the challenges that we have. We only outline a couple of things. That's been transpiring in the National Assembly. It's wickedness. Wickedness. And another plank removed from the guardrails of democracy.
That is correct. And guys, I want to say this, it's not going to work. The PPP from day one, they have been trying to muzzle representation of Guyanese people. They've been trying to muzzle the representation of parliamentary representatives of the opposition, but it's not going to work. There's no amount of effort that they're going to put in place that is going to be of benefit to them. I don't know who's giving them the recommendation, but I don't see how that benefits them.
Correct.
I don't see how it benefits them at all, because they have been failing at every single level. Guyanese themselves have been calling them out as they go across the country. That is nonsense they're doing, right? So their backs are against the wall as it is right now, and they have nowhere to go. And people need to continue to pressure them.
And look is one of the main reasons why the back's against the wall, Rita, because we still got to deal with Sugate. And this is why they're trying to take attention off of, because they know they took a big hit, not only locally, on the international stage where Sugate is concerned. Because they're a corrupt bunch of people. They are corrupt. And now the world has seen it. Right? Millions are watching that video. Perhaps as we speak, it's available on YouTube, both installments. And you know who came out very recently and spoke about this? Somebody who understands the Public Accounts Committee, being the former Auditor General, Mr. Anand Gulcharan. He came out quite recently and he has said that they should appoint a commission. As a matter of fact, in today's Sabbath News, this article is covered. Mr. Gulcharan has a column in that paper. It's called Accountability Watch. And he is calling for the appointment of a commission to investigate the Vice News allegations. They are strong allegations. And any government, again, Charita, you know what them boys like talk about? Accountability, good governance, transparency, rule of law. Any government who believes in those things, right, won't be trying to suspend some opposition MPs who only try to hold the government accountable, right? They will be launching an investigation into the biggest scandal ever to hit this country, right? As a matter of fact, it was Anand Gulcharan, who we always point out, who in one of his seminal articles and columns, who's talked about the big failing projects in the history of this country. All of them have occurred under the PPP. All of them. And now here he is again saying, on this issue of the Vice News, right? It needs investigation because this could affect foreign investment. This could affect international relations. You see how those people talk about Jabal Khashoggi and Saudi Arabia and so on. That is how people, when they talk about this country, refer to us. Oh, y'all see Jack Leo? Y'all see the man taking bribe in the living room? It's an international embarrassment. But them boys want to be, it's just another Monday for them. Right? And Anand Gulcharan in today's papers is saying, you should have an investigation. Any right-thinking government will be heading in that direction. Any right-thinking government. But this one here, no. They're trying to deflect. They can talk about anything else besides Sugate, but they're staring us in the face.
Because they believe that they can operate as though they operated prior to 2015. Yeah. That's what they're doing. And I said it from the beginning, when they took office back in 2020, they just picked up from where they left off in 2015. But they failed to realize in that period, in that 5-year period, the amount of information sharing that is available and the amount of access to information that people have right now. And I'm telling you that they are going to be getting even a ruder awakening, because persons throughout the length and breadth of this country, they're talking, they have access to information, they're being informed, and they know what's going on. That is why when they go to certain areas, people are saying, asking questions, Persons are not even people that supported them, I'm going to tell you, their support base, their stronghold, those are the ones holding them there. You know, we were just talking about the Natural Resource Funds bill. They're going and the man is saying, where but Jagdish and man, where are we gonna get the money from? The man said the consolidated fund.
Yeah.
With all that is going on in our country, it is not crazy that they are doing what they're doing now with not ordering an investigation into the Sugate matter. It's not crazy because this is who they are. They're operating to their own blueprint. This is the blueprint of the
And you know what? Judah, quite like Kitts and Nevis, I wonder when they call in the date for election. Because local government elections are long overdue. These are people who say they're the custodians and guardians of the Constitution and democracy, but they ain't calling a date for local government election that is over 2 years. And even that caused some contention because they were supposed to come to Parliament to get that delay for that election. They ain't come yet, you know. The amount of parliamentary infractions, that's what we started to see when we began the program. This is a big week in the court because they got a lot of court cases, you know, against this government because of the constitutional infractions. They think that they could do anything that they want to do and get away with it, right? But the High Court didn't have it. They think they want to treat the leaders of the opposition anyhow, appoint commissions that are supposed to be consulting on, you know, riding roughshod over the Constitution, think you get away with it. Well, you better think again. Think again. Think again. Think again. It's a lot of nonsense happening. A lot of nonsense. And the only question we got to ask ourselves is what are we going to do about it?
That's
together. What are we going to do about it? Wesley Warren, Aubrey Lennox, Shirley Crichton, Chinsing Henry, all you folks, Riri Mingo, Gary, what are we going to do about it? Chris Kippins, what are we going to do about it? Right? And we got to demand more. And we got to be boots on the ground. Because this nonsense here couldn't pass in Barbados, it couldn't pass in Jamaica, it couldn't pass in Trinidad. Why are we tolerating it? A subpar, sub-performance government, abysmal with leadership, abysmal with management, and they think they're helping us in some way? Right? It's bare nonsense. Let us start them to believe in all of this. Put a credible COI in place to investigate the allegations made where Vice News is concerned. It's big on camera. Investors in your living room. You think that's how people transact business? In a functioning democracy? And y'all want to come and lecture people about rule of law, good governance? That's good governance? You think so? Give us a break, folks.
I think we're fooling ourselves.
Give us a break.
I think we're fooling ourselves if we believe at any point in time a COI is going to be organized by the PPP to investigate the PPP that is going to be credible and independent.
Yeah.
It will never happen.
Marlon Thomas telling us what is needed. Marlon Thomas telling us what is needed. We got to be on front. We got to lead. You know, we got to lead. We have to lead. We got to be out front. We got to be boots on the ground. And we out here on social media. We on the ground too. Right? We on the ground too. And we keep telling y'all, when we say boots on the ground, we hope we see some of you because some of us is a lot of talks on social media.
Correct.
But when we say, let me go Buxton, I ain't see some of you. When we say go Linden, when we say meet by the square, I ain't see some of you.
And I maybe remember this one particular meeting that we had, and a guy said, you know, when you sign up to be politicians, you have to prepare. You are prepared to die for the people. You have to be prepared to die for the people. And 2 minutes into the discussion, you know, we were saying, well, we're gonna be having this activity, and he said, well, you know, I can't come to front because of my business. So, and that's the definition.
Yeah, we want to send all the people to die, but we want to go front.
Because of the business.
We want to send all the people to die, but we don't want to go front.
But it's a serious issue because persons are afraid of being victimized and all of those things, you know, victimization.
Which is a healthy fear because it's
real.
It's real.
It's real. You know, it's a very real concept. So a lot of times, especially when it comes to public servants in this country and so forth, they're scared of being fired and things like that. So they know if at any point in time, because you would know, like, there are folks out there, listen, you don't know how it goes on. When you see there's any protest whatsoever, we have members of the discipline services out there. They're going to come and they're going to take photos of every single one of the protesters.
Your name, your address.
Every single one of the protesters, they take photos of not the media, you know, not the media, right? This is what people face, and people know this, so they're fearful because that's why they're doing it. They're doing it because they've been sent to do it. They're doing it now because persons have to go back through those photos and say, wait, this one don't work here, this one don't work here.
Correct.
You know, and because of that, people get afraid of doing it. But I want to remind folks, you know, as we wrap up, of something that none Boris Johnson said, he says when the word moves,
It moves.
It moves.
Huh?
Right? And I say let it be a reminder when it comes to politics in our country. You know, we just looked at what transpired in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
When the word moves, it moves. Right? And at that point in time, you know, that country wasn't so different. You know, you had the president is there, the prime minister's his brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolute chaos.
Friends and
you know?
family.
Friends and family.
Corruption,
Most
high cost of living.
literal sense. And persons there are so many reports of when it comes to victimization and all of those things also inside of the system.
Yeah.
But that did not stop persons from deciding that enough is enough.
When our children ask us, you know, they're on social media, they're on YouTube, and they look at Sugate and they see a vice president in a living room with a man talking about who handles all the agreements and who has all the support, right? And they see that corrupt activity. How do you explain that? And when they ask them, what happened since then? Right? Well, the vice president is whole press conference every now and again. Susie Fangani's make announcements. So he went to jail. He went on an investigation. Right? And you think we had along a right road with billions to be earned out there? All them guys can do is try to get smarter. Right? Now when you're going in the living room, you got to get pat down. You got, what do you call it, metal detector and so on. You got to let your phone outside and so on. That's all that can happen. You think they had other meetings since then? Huh? You think they had other meetings? But your own people can sell you out. Watch and see.
When the infighting starts.
Yeah. Own people.
When the infighting gets public, exactly.
Right? When the herd moves, it moves. And some of your own people don't turn against you all. The revelations going to be made soon. Own people don't turn against them already because they're fed up. They didn't sign up for this nonsense. They didn't sign up for it.
Correct.
When the herd moves, it moves. Watch yourself.
I see Commissioner Cole is in high cost of living wrecking havoc and
Correct.
stressing people.
Correct. Correct. High cost of living. Havoc indeed. Some of them prices, you wonder, you know, how people make out, how people making out. People are hurting. Right? And then when you see only one section, right? Money after money, one section is society getting. And you all don't think the world will move? You all see a couple of people march down the East Coast and you all think that's it? You hold on. You better take Sri Lanka as a case study and really study it.
You better start respecting the people.
Right?
Yeah.
Better start doing that. And listen to what Anand Gulshan is saying. And bell the cat or bell the cow or bell whoever's the animal you are dealing with. Right? You gotta lead. You gotta lead this country. And if you're not leading this country, even going along with a puppy show and a puppet regime, that's what's happening. Right? And you get out there, you dress up in fancy tie and so on, and shoes cost 10,000 US and a belt cost 4,000 US dollars, and you think you're a leader because of that. Right? But we gotta lead. We lead this country. You look at the economy, it's rate of every day. Look what's happening socially. Look what's happening with crime in this country. Look what's happening with education.
Right? Education is a bit.
We could relieve some of the stress our young people facing. Once and people getting all the money all the time.
You know,
when the herd moves, it moves.
When the herd moves, it. But Shai just mentioned education, and I have to just give an update on when it comes to the education aspect, especially when it comes to the cash grant. Guys, you know, and I took a position from early. I mean, I get cussed left, right, and center for it, and I really don't care because I took a position from.
You have no apology?
I have absolutely no apology for the position I took when it comes to the cash grant being tied into the return of textbook. I said it's another avenue for corruption. I have absolutely no apologies for saying that. I'm going to stand by what I say because when you are in a business of representing people, when you deal with things like public policy, I don't go and make statements. I have to say this. I don't make statements loosely. I speak on public policy because I am qualified to speak on public policy. That is what I did. When it comes to public administration, public policy, those courses, those are things that I studied at an academic level. Those are jobs that I did myself. When it comes to the nitty-gritty, when it comes to the bureaucratic structure that can be designed in such a way that it cripples the very outcome that you are supposed to achieve, I know what I'm speaking about. And if persons want to come at me for that, I welcome those persons come at me. I'm saying this. I'm saying it to remind you of my position that I took. I said the cash grant should not be tied in with the return of textbook because you are creating a platform there that is going to be chaotic. It's going to be corrupt,
Correct.
right? And
Correct.
I want to give an update on that. I saw circulating very recently on social media, the fact that in Region 6, a circular went out there saying that the head teachers now will be held responsible if parents are saying that they returned the textbooks and the head teachers are reporting that they didn't return the textbook. And I saw persons, the very same people that was coming at me saying, oh, what's wrong with returning the textbook? I never once took a stand against returning a textbook, but I said the two issues are separate and apart, and you should not mix them together. The cash grant being distributed, you're saying you're distributing the cash grant under the pretext of because we care. You are saying that you're doing that, and in the same way, you were saying, oh, we care, but if you don't bring back the textbook, suddenly your economic struggle is no longer our concern. You have specific outcomes that you're looking for when you institute certain policies.
Correct.
And the outcome of giving $30,000 to every child, you said, is because persons are facing hardship. When it comes to the textbooks being returned, that's a separate matter. And I said from the beginning, my very first statement, that I support a policy for textbooks being returned. I said, however, the policy should be, if you don't bring back the textbooks from your first grade, definitely you can't get a textbook for your second grade, and we have to look at things very structurally, because when Region 6 is sending out that circular, another region is talking about you got to get a slip to get your to get the money, and another region is talking about something else, and it's complete chaos throughout the system. And you're going to know, and I'm going to say it, I warned you from the very beginning, never look at things at surface. And this is not a position I'm taking because a lot of people say, oh, well, it's not because you're in the opposition, you have to oppose everything. I have the experience of what these things do and what transpires when you put
Correct.
policy measures in place to complicate what is supposed to be a very straightforward process.
Correct.
You
Correct.
do not do that, especially when you're dealing with taxpayers' dollars. You do not put things in place that is going to corrupt the system, and that is being done right now. And I have to say, I tried my best to be proactive about it. But even the persons out there, many of you probably saw, so what's it about returning
Commissioner
the
Cole says
textbook and all of that?
precisely, MP. Precisely.
Oh my goodness.
Folks, a lot of you watching us at the back end, we see over 900 on Facebook, over 700 persons are watching us. Folks, we are asking each of you, all 900 that watching us, share the live stream, send it to somebody so folks get credible, valid information in this country. You all know the kinds of things we discuss here, the truth, we pursue it and we defend the facts. The kinds of things that you see here, you're going to see an NCN. Them boys want everybody to think everything is perfect. It's a paradise we're living here. It's far from, it's hell. That's what we're living in. Share the live, each and every one of you. We know you get caught up in the program and, we're watching and so on, and we're very engrossed, and we love that. But also we want you guys to be active, and engage the program in this way. Share the live so that others get valid, credible information. You haven't done so as yet, please do that for us. Do that first. That's going to help us to go far away. Yes. Smash that emoji button as well. These numbers must mean something. We just want 100 people watch me or 200 people watch me, right? But we must do something with that 200. Helping us to share the program helps us far away. Other folks receiving what we're doing here, and we're not going to be so arrogant to think everybody watches us. We want all the people who don't know that this program happens, and we try to curate information for you in this way to know about it, and it helps them to make better decisions. You cannot make good decisions with inadequate information. And so be part of that too. And also, guys, your love and your support in keeping our program going means a lot to us. So partner with us as well. You want to know how you can do this? You're new to the program. You want to know how you can partner with us? 627-6963. That's the number you want to WhatsApp. And we're going to tell you how. You all know we're available by Cash App and Zelle and PayPal, MMG, MoneyGram, Western Union. All those platforms available if you want to help us to keep moving forward. We thank you guys for your love and your support.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks, Alana Tang and Afia Cummins and Dollar McDonald. Thanks for joining us, each and every one. It means a lot to us, guys. Really means a lot to us.
Thank you for watching this morning's program. Make sure to join this midday for the podcast, and again this evening in the ring. Have a good day, guys. Be safe.
That's me time.
Have a good day. Bye.
Good to see you, folks. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe.